Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my updated Celestial deck build. So Celestials is an old school Angel Feather deck that's people know about it. It's pretty well known now. It's gone through a couple of revisions over time, but for a long time though it was kind of a static deck with Zerakiel, and so it used to be Zerakiel with the in Break Ride format with Ramiel, then it became Ramiel Reverse, then it went back to when Legion came out, then it became the Legion with Zerakiel. And it was kind of that build for a long time. Like that was the most consistent Celestial build for a long time until recently when they got their previous support. They got that grade 2 Broken Heart clone sort of card, and then that was what basically brought Helm from Fighters Collection back into popularity with the new Legion. So that was the deck that I was running before. You can search for that video if you want to see my old Celestial decks, but this is the updated one. So I find this one to be pretty unique in the sense that I feel like Bushiroad may be onto something with this new type of Vanguard, particularly this card right here, which we'll talk about right now. So the line that I went with is 4 Excellent Celestial Yophiel. So what I like about her is that she can call herself, if she's your Vanguard, it seems like she doesn't do anything at first glance. Everyone sees that, oh, she's got a rearguard circle effect, but she doesn't have a Vanguard effect. But the way her Vanguard effect really works is it plays off of Celestial's playstyle of having the Vanguard and then having like the damage, a damage card, a card in the damage zone with the same name. So basically, if she's in the damage zone and you have her as the Vanguard, you can use the damage zone skill to call her. So that's one way of looking at it, having a Vanguard, kind of like a weird sort of Vanguard related effect, I guess. Otherwise, if you're on the other Vanguard or the other grade 3, which in my case I'm running the Legion that came out last year when Gavril debuted, basically the newer Celestial Legion, because it works pretty well with the grade 2, the Broken Heart clone. Forgot her name, but we'll show her soon. But yeah, Batriel. Batriel's Legion, Celestial, but the nice thing is, if Batriel is the Vanguard, and then if, like, let's say if Batriel's in Legion, then either this or the Legion mate can be in the damage zone for you to call this out, or just this, or, yeah. So anyway, that's the grade 3 lineup. Batriel's pretty good. Since Celestials have access to rescue cards now, particularly in the G zone, you kind of want the Legion as the other grade 3 because you may deck out. So that's the grade 3 lineup. Next for grade 2s, I am running 3 of the Legion mate, of the newer Legion mate, the one that actually came out with this card. The nice thing about Batriel, it is worth noting that she does also work with the promo Legion, which is Dosage Celestial S Modal, which came out with the other Legion that Celestials have. So you don't have to run this one, you can run the other one, but I like this one because it's 11k and it can potentially soul charge and counter charge. So yeah, 3 of it because it's Legion, so you kind of want 3 of those, so that you can always, so your Legion play is relatively consistent. Like 2 of this is probably not all that good if they get stuck in the damage zone. But on top of that, you being Angel Feather, you do have ways of quickly getting it out of damage zone. So that's why 3 of this is fine. You can try to risk it and run 2, but if you ride one of these and if you get the other one in the damage zone, you only got 2, then you can't Legion. You have to be like hoping to like rescue that out of there or heal or whatever, or swap it out. So anyway, next 4 Frontal Celestial Melejal. So this is the card that I was talking about. So this is basically the Broken Heart clone for Celestials. It's not GB restricted, but the way it powers up the Vanguard, so it works the same way as Broken Heart. So basically, or I guess the Pegasus cards, when something goes in the damage zone and you have a Celestial Vanguard, she gains 2k. But if you have because of the Celestial effect, so basically if you've got this and this in here, then she gives a Vanguard 2K when something goes in there. So that's why I like her. You gotta run 4 of her, just like how you gotta run 4 Broken Heart in the generic Angel Feather decks or the Rescue Angel Feather decks. So yeah, 4 of her. She's pretty important. She's your gainer, your power gainer. Next to Danielle, she's really nice because if she falls in the damage zone, you can set it up to like Spirit Call her. So yeah, it's pretty good. 2 copies. Kind of want to run 3, but I had to make room for this, so I'm running 2 of this new card. Artistic Celestial Matriel. So she works pretty good with her, because when she hits the damage zone, you reveal 4 cards, you choose one, basically you heal her. If she ever hits the damage zone, as soon as she hits the damage zone, you heal her, you reveal 4, you put 1 in the damage zone in place of her, so that like literally gives this plus 4 because like she gave it plus 2, then the card that she put in there to replace her gave her 2 more. And then you put the rest of the cards on the bottom of the deck. It doesn't throw them in the drop zone, so I really do like that. It doesn't throw them in the drop zone. Next, for Celestial Sentinels, I just want maximum consistency. I'm just running the Celestial ones. There isn't really any other one worth running in this particular build, so definitely the Anil. For Nariel, she is basically your no seal stuff, so you gotta run 4 versus Celestial. So again, you have to use a Celestial to go into the damage zone with this effect, and then pick another card and get it to your hand, so she can like fetch your Legion Mate, so you can call it or whatever, and she can fetch one of these or Perfect Guard and chain Daniel off of that. So really, really good. So 4 copies. Next, I am running for another new card that came out in set 9. Absorb Celestial Baria. So she has a Soul Blast of Celestial while she's in damage zone to basically give you the ability at the beginning of the ride phase. She gives your Vanguard the ability of Blaster Dark Diablo's GB2 skill, basically. So he actually, it's not quite as good as that. I wish it was +3, but instead it's a +2. So she basically makes it so that you can drop grade 1 or 2s from hand just as stride fodder to stride that turn. So I really wish it was +3. I don't really know why they did it that way, but I guess it's because of Legion. So if you drop a 0 into the drop zone so you can stride, that's, I don't know, that's like kind of good because everyone knows that the Legion player will throw the triggers back into the deck. So maybe that's why they did that, to counterbalance it. I kind of think of her like Rambling Rose in Maiden of decks. And then finally, I am running 2 Celestial Emergency Pegasus. This is basically their like the grade 1 no seal. When it's placed on Guardian Circle, you can do that stuff. For trigger lineup, we're running 1 Refros because you're only allowed to run 1, and 3 Celestial Stands. So I went with a 4 stand. And 8 critical, so running the invert one because it works really, really good with this card. And 4 more, so 4 stand, 8 critical, 4 heal all Celestials except for Refros, and 1 first aid Celestial Peniel. So this is the one. This and these old school triggers are cards that have been in the deck since 2013, actually November 2013. That's how old this deck is, guys. So Celestials have been around for a while. They're as old as Dauntless Drive Dragon. They were new when Dauntless Drive came out. So anyway, for the Stride deck, we're running 1 Holy Celestial Mikael. You can run 2, but I feel like 1's enough because you're really only going to need to stride this like 1 time to set up the board. Then you'll probably go into this card a couple of times, 2 times, whatever. So this is the new Celestial Stride that they got. It's pretty good. Basically, it makes the Celestials on par with, like, I don't want to say Neo Nectar or like Brave, Atmal, or Sanctuary Guard, but kind of like Evangeline, Jewel Knights, and you know, some Neonectar variant builds, kind of like Bloom, sort of. It can give, basically it's like Zerakiel, only on steroids in terms of how much power you could potentially get with this card. So 2 of it, it's pretty good if your board's set up properly though. Then I'm running 3 of this new card, Holy Seraph Altil. She's pretty good. If you don't have her, you don't need her, you can run another one of this, more of that. Then I'm running 2 Raphael for that extra heal, just straight up heal. 4 Gavril, because I have 4 of her, so just run 4 of her since I didn't bother getting any more of these or these. I pulled all of these from the booster sets. I didn't bother getting any extra copies. And then 2 of these and 2 of these for the G Guardians. So this one you could probably run 1 of and run Desmo if you wanted to run Desmo. But anyway, that's basically Celestials in a nutshell. It's a pretty fun deck overall. I like the new Stride unit. It's pretty cool. So anyway guys, that's Celestials, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.